Hey guys, how are you all? Have you ever wondered which 15 inventions really changed our world? Find out all these answers in this video. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon and never miss an update. So let's get this countdown started. At number 15 spot is PV cell. PV cell, which is used to produce the solar panel. In 1880s, Charles Fritz invented the first PV cell by putting a layer of selenium on a metal plate and coating it with a gold leaf. After the advancement and continuous research on PV cells, the PV cells are successfully producing more electricity. I have included this invention in this countdown because the importance of the device will be recognized when we will be out of fuel and there will be no energy resource to produce electricity. The only resource which will be remaining that time will be sun, and the device will be PV cell to extract this energy from the sun. On the number 14th spot is transistor. The transistor is an electronic switch. Why does it matter? Well, this eliminates the human interaction to allow current to turn on and off. If the transistor was not invented, you would be flipping the switches in a certain order to perform very simple tasks that would probably be easier without the circuit. Much of the progress in the past 60 years have been made because of the success of the transistor. Invented in 1940s, it replaced the vacuum tubes in the televisions, radios and other electronic equipments. Its ruggedness, small size and low power consumption produced a wave miniaturization resulting in home computers, digital cameras, cell phones and other devices. Research in transistor is going on and the capability of the electronics will continue to improve the foreseeable future. In simple words, the transistor were the reason of evolution in the electronic devices. On the number 13 spot is paper. Paper is a material that has been around for about 2000 years. It was developed in China the 1st or 2nd century AD, and it's made by pressing together the moist fibers of cellulose derived from the plants and then dried to result in flexible sheets. Paper is extremely important to us now. It's still a major way that our culture stores information, and while the benefits of digital storage are many, paper still offers some of the advantages like ease of storage, no need of file conversions, and the fact that it can be produced sustainably. It also holds a special place in the history, and many of our latest discoveries about the past are made by investigating written remains of the culture that has been preserved until now. On the number 12 spot is battery. Alessandro Volta discovered in 1800 that certain fluids would generate a continuous flow of electrical power when used as a conductor. This discovery led to the invention of the first voltaic cell, more commonly known as battery. Batteries are part of our everyday life. A day would have never lasted without using a cell phone. Every time we go out, we either use car or public vehicle. We use a remote control to switch channels while watching a TV. We unconsciously bump with batteries every day and every events. Battery is a device used to generate electrical energy. It powers hand phones, remote controls, flashlights, etc. There are even automobiles invented today that operates by electrical energy stored in batteries. These all electrical vehicles derive all its power from batteries packs and do not use gasoline. That's why the batteries are so much important in our day-to-day life. That's why I've kept this invention on the number 12 spot. The 11th spot goes to airplane. The airplane or aeroplane is a vehicle that allows to travel through air. The plane was mostly used in the wars before it was turned into a passenger plane. The first plane was not an actual plane, it was a glider that was created by Wright brothers. And why I think this is an important invention in last 100 years is because it enables a person to fly. Why I choose this invention in this countdown? Because it has given us a chance to fly from a short distance with high velocity speed. The airplane has made what we are today. If it wasn't for planes, World War I and World War II would have been a victory for the people who started the war. On the number 10 spot is antibiotics. Infections are very common and responsible for a large number of diseases adversely affecting human health. Most of the diseases are caused by the bacteria. Infections caused by the bacteria can be prevented, managed and treated through antibiotic group of compounds known as antibiotics. The reason I have kept antibiotics in this countdown is that imagine if antibiotics were not invented, people would have died because of the infections and the complete human civilization would have collapsed. Antibiotics can be loosely defined as the variety of substances derived from the bacterial sources that control the growth of or kill other bacteria. However, synthetic antibiotics, usually chemically related to natural antibiotics, have since been produced that accomplish comparable task. On our number 9 spot is compass. A compass is a navigational instrument for finding directions on the earth. It consists of a magnetized free pointer to align itself accurately with Earth's magnetic field, which is of great assistance in navigation. Ancient mariners navigated by the stars, but that method didn't work during the day or cloudy nights, and so it was unsafe to voyage far from land. The Chinese invented the first compass sometime between 9th to 11th century. It was made of lodestone, a naturally magnetized iron core, and the attractive properties of they had been studying for centuries. Soon after, the technology passed to Europeans and the Arabs through the nautical contact. The compass enabled the mariners to navigate safely from land, increase sea trade, and contribute to the age of discovery. The next in the countdown is time measuring device. Time is not something most of us ever really think about, but it's frame our daily routines. Whether we are traveling to work or spending a few hours with friends and family, how time is measured, however, has been a focus of many civilizations for 1,000 years. Similar to many measurements, we regularly guess estimates like length, height, mass, etc. The history and the basis of time measurement and the improvements made over the last number of decades largely goes unnoticed, but sufficient to say that accurate measurement of time underpins much of the digital age we live in. The seventh on the countdown is telephone. The telephone is an amazing invention allowing people to communicate over a distance, and yet many people have trouble with using it for effective communication, something which is especially important in the business world. Telephone was invented by Graham Bell, and as the time passed, the advancements led in the field of communication have made telephone a very portable device which we all know as mobile phone. Telephone is one of those devices which has brought world very close and has led to revolution in the terms of world trade and global development. On the number 6 spot is engines. I believe that engine, whether it's internal combustion engine or steam engine, it's a very important for the world today, because if we didn't have engine, a lot of the cars we see each day depend on kind of engine. The school bus that students take to school every morning, the car that police use, the ambulance, the car that all of our parents use on a daily basis is based on engine, which was invented in 1873. An American engineer, George, developed a two-stroke kerosene engine. It is considered to be the first safe and practical oil engine. The reason I have considered this invention in the countdown is because if the engines were not invented, the mode of transport between two cities, states, countries would have been very, very difficult, and the economic development would have not been possible without the invention of engine. So that's why I've included this engine at the number 6th spot. On number 5th spot is computer. Computer is one of the best gifts of the technology, which was invented by Charles Babbage. They are a pack of entertainment, information, knowledge, and intelligence. Undoubtedly, computers have made significant contribution in human life and progress. Computer can be defined as an electronic devices that receive, store, and process the input to generate the right output. Computer process various types of data which is entered by users. These electronic devices execute a number of programs to achieve the correct results. The reason I consider this invention in my countdown is because computer has really changed the human life, and it has made human life more easy and comfortable. On number 4th spot is internet. Today the internet is the most powerful tool in the world. The internet is a collection of various services and resources. However, like every single innovation in science and technology, internet has its own advantages and disadvantages. And the first I want to mention is communication. The foremost target of internet has always been communication. Now thanks to internet, we can communicate in a fraction of a second with a person who is sitting in another part of the world. The internet has undoubtedly become a huge part in our lives. Many people in the world generation are relying on the internet to do lot of different tasks. In fact, wherever you go these days, you can see people holding some sort of gadgets and using the internet to play games or search things that they want. But of course, the internet is not just about entertainment. It's also useful in many other things as well, like sending mail, video conferencing, storing data, and browsing. On the number 3rd spot is light bulb. Imagine being in a room, a dark room. Candles can give you a light, but that light just isn't enough in the dead of night. Thankfully, Thomas Edison did not give up, even if it had taken him almost 100 tries before he perfected his invention of the light bulb back in 1879. Joseph Swan made a light bulb in 1860, but since it glowed only for a few hours, Thomas Edison is credited for the invention of the light bulb as we know it. So a light bulb was a very important invention for all the humanity, because if light bulb was not invented, we all will be living in a dark place, and dark earth would have not been a peaceful or good place to live. On the 2nd spot is wheel. The wheel is a very important invention. Without it, things would have really been different. Wheels can be used for transportation. For example, before the wheel was invented, people had to walk, carry heavy things, and had to use a boat to get overseas. Now we have cars, bicycles, wagons, dollies, and airplanes. We rely on wheels for transportation and carry things. Without wheels, we would have been walking to our destinations. Wheels are on cars, airplanes, and lot of other things. That's why I think wheel is the most important invention. Also, you can't go one day without seeing a wheel. First of all, wheels can get you from place to place. The wheel started out as a simple invention. For example, dollies help you carry very heavy things just by tilting them back on the wheel. Also, disabled people who can't walk rely on wheelchairs. The wheel stands out as the OG of engineering marvels. This primitive technology made easier for all us to travel. From the archaeological excavations, the oldest known wheel is from Mesopotamia around 3500 BC. As a result of advancement in new and innovative design of wheel, industrialization could take root. The wheel serves as the vital purpose in our lives, and we couldn't imagine the world without them. And now on the number 1 spot is electricity. Electricity is one of the most important blessings that science has given to mankind. It has also become a part of modern life, and one cannot think of the world without it. Electricity has many uses in our day-to-day life. It is used for lighting rooms, working fans, domestic appliances like electric stoves, AC, and more. All these provide comfort to the people. In many factories, large machines are worked with the help of electricity. Essential items like food, clothes, paper, and many other things are produced because of electricity. To maintain the life of human community and in order to facilitate, many important inventions were discovered. There is no doubt one of the most important of these inventions is electricity, which we depend on it current modern time. We better understand the importance of electricity in our life during a few minutes of power outrage we encounter. So these were my top 15 inventions that really changed our world. So what are your top 15 inventions? Let me know on the comment section below. If you like this video, please press the like button and share this video with your friends, family members, and make your own list of top 15 inventions that really changed the world. You can also send me mail on my mail ID shakesmile142@gmail.com. You can also follow me on the Twitter. My Twitter handle is ismails_007. Thank you for watching.